Motutapere Hut. It's one of the 5 forgotten huts. This of course is Sentinel Rock. It's just so good. This could go bad. Sadly in 1963 recorded our worst ever air disaster in New Zealand. To that mountain top.
Yeah, g'day Dave, I thought it'd be better to drive up.
The junction of the DC3 crash. This is actually really good. Kauritatahi. Such a good meal. That's serenity.
Kerosene in the lamp, but it's serenity.
Graham and I are starting off on another wonderful Outdoorsman day of adventure. We've just been dropped off at the Tuahu track start by a wonderful lady called Diane. Hey, Graham and I are heading up to the Killarney Lakes. It's about an hour away, and then we're going to head up on a non-track straight up a ridgeline to the Motutapere Hut, and yeah, so keep following and we'll catch you on the journey. This gets the blood circulating.
Sure it does.
The dock marker says straight ahead, but looking at this, Graham, that goes up to the left hand side of the Killarney Lakes. So we actually want to come up to Motutapere Hut, and so we need to take this right branch here. How good are these maps? Okay, so we're at the end of a track, and as you can see, there's pink markers, and there's some more up here. We're at the start of the track that goes up to Motutapere. We've been walking 3.83 kilometres, and that's taken us just on 1 hour. So I think we've got something like about a 500 metre elevated climb. It's not a route as such on a map, but I have heard that it's got these pink markers, and so far that's proved to be true. So keep following. This is all a little bit new to both Graham and I. Beautiful little stream crossing, a wonderful little forestry site, but seriously, is this jolly well necessary? Man, this just does my head in. There's too much here for Graham and I to pack out.
There's the Outdoorsman Dave in his natural element. He loves it up here.
Yeah, but you're not the one having to go back to get the jolly camera.
Keep that on the phone. Hurry up, Dave!
Hard man. Get some views, Graham.
Yeah, look at that.
What do you reckon that is?
It's quite distinctive. I think it was a kakaraki or
Kakaraki or something?
Kakaraki. Yeah, it's quite a distinctive feature. What a view.
It's awesome. Yeah. 400 metres up, I think. I think we've got about another 100 metres to go before we're up on the North-South Track.
Awesome.
Geez, we don't really do it easy, do we?
Could have stayed in the car park and drunk coffee.
Yes. Okay, so this is the North-South Track.
Yay, how long has it taken us?
It's 1 hour to the Killarney Lakes, and it's been another hour coming up there. What did you think of that track?
Yeah, it was good. That last bit was a bit of a grind.
Yeah,
what you expect though.
So you come right actually out on the intersection of the hut. Well, let's go down and check the hut out.
Excellent. Sounds an excellent idea. Must just about be lunchtime.
We're just coming up onto the Motutapere Hut. I've been here once before, about 4 years ago. This is a wonderful little hut.
Will you have a reservation? Thank you.
So Motutapere Hut is it's actually a 4-bunker. So those 3, this one, and you can put a mattress on there. And if you open up that chest, you should hopefully find 4 mattresses in there.
Look at that.
Yeah, so they do that to keep the rats from crapping on it. So Motutapere Hut was built in the 1970s. It's one of the 5 forgotten huts, they call it. So we're seeing one of them today. We're staying in the second one tonight. We're hopefully finding a secret one on the next day. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a series on the whole 5 of them. So when I came through here last time, I really felt impressed to go to the high point. I didn't quite understand what that meant, and then I found this track. Let's see where this goes. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, we're looking down the other side towards Tauranga now, so what an outlook.
So this is the bay over here. This of course is Sentinel Rock. There's been some discussion lately that there's an old track coming from the trig, which you can see at the top, through to here. That's going to have to be another Outdoorsman day of adventure, but how amazing is this? So if you break off the end of that, it's just like asparagus.
Oh.
In actual fact, it's called bush asparagus. Tell me what you think.
No, actually it's quite edible, eh?
It is very edible, yep.
Nothing wrong with it. Hasn't got a bitterness to it, it's quite a fleshy, easy to chew, no fibres in it.
So if you get stuck for food in the bush, this has actually got a good length one. If you can break it off, it's just so good.
It's a bit like eating raw beans, if you've ever eaten raw beans.
This could go bad.
Oh yeah, Dave.
Oh. Thompsons Track down here, I call it the scar of the Kaimais. We're heading up this ridgeline up into the clouds, and just over the back,
that's it.
Sadly that's where we're going to go looking at DC3 crash. So how amazing is this view? This is the western side, so we're looking over the what plains would that be?
Hauraki Plains.
Hauraki Plains. So that's the mount over there.
Not that far apart when you see it like that, eh?
Sadly in 1963 we recorded our worst ever air disaster in New Zealand. What actually happened is the winds were coming from the easterly, 140, 150 kilometres an hour, and it pushed the DC3, which is normally quite a reliable World War II plane, to the west of this range. The plane would have come through here over top of this quarry at 9:03. It radioed to the Tauranga airport that it was descending to come down into Tauranga, which is just over the back here. But in complete whiteout, they were blind. They did not realise that they were on the western side of the Kaimais, and they came down too low. So sadly they've gone into that mountaintop up there, and they would have died instantly. And yeah, so that was 1963, 3rd of July, and sadly 20 passengers died and 3 crew. Yes, we've held Mount Erebus about another 10 years later. I think that was 275. But this was the worst disaster that we've had in New Zealand, air disaster. So we're going to go and respectfully have a look for that site. But that's what happened. It's just a tragedy of bad weather and sadly pilot error. Thompsons Track. You can't tell me that's not a scar on this beautiful area. Still, I suppose those 4x4 boys are going to have their fun somewhere. Oh yeah. Talk about looking after nature.
Yeah, g'day Dave. I thought it'd be better to drive up. You did it the hard way,
Yeah.
mate.
Mate, at least it gets too hot you can wind the window down.
Yep, she's beauty though. I bought it on a special, so I got a good price.
Nog. It's a mess, isn't it? Just an absolute mess. Do you think you know where the track is, Graham?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for a marker, mate.
North, heading up the Thompsons Track to the south. Very easy to miss this. What do you reckon, Graham?
Yep, right past it. So they need something decent.
They really do need a decent sign
so
here.
you can pick it.
But this looks like it's where we should be going. Hi guys, so we've been walking now for 10.8 k's from when we started on the track. We've been walking for 5 hours and 20, and we're at an interesting spot in the Kaimai ranges. That is the new North-South Track, but I think it was 10-20 years ago this road here was actually the original North-South Track, but they decided that it was too boggy up on the ridgeline where Graham and I are going to explore tomorrow, and so they diverted it around. So tonight Graham and I are staying at the Kauritatahi Hut. So in theory we've got about another hour and a half to go before we get to the hut. That's where we're going to stop. This is pretty cool, Graham. Jeez, I'm glad you're the one going back for the camera.
Yeah, he sent me back to get the blooming camera. Yeah, I don't know, just a blooming slave, I don't know. It's just not fair anyway, somebody could have...
Wow. So this is it, Graham.
Wow.
This is the intersection of the old North-South Track
Okay.
and
Okay.
the junction of the DC3 crash.
Yep.
And we're going down to Kauritatahi
Kauritatahi.
Kauritatahi.
Yeah, that's it.
So look mate, it's 4:45, sunsets at 5:30. To be honest, I'm a little bit buggered.
It's been a big day.
It's surprisingly difficult coming up to this point.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, we're on an old track which hasn't been maintained, so
No.
it doesn't help.
So look, I think the wise money is that we go down to the hut. I think it's around about 30 minutes, 40 minutes away.
Yep.
Rest up, and then maybe come back tomorrow and have a look. We'll have some better daylight.
Sounds a plan. Sounds
Okay.
good. Yep, let's do that.
Right. There's a bit of mud up here.
I hadn't noticed yet.
Show me the way, Graham. Graham, where are you? Put your hand up, I can't see you. Oh, shivers. Oh, Graham, that's a great sign.
Walk through a swamp to get to the Kauritatahi Hut. Well worth getting here.
Yeah. Mate, we're just about there. Let's put that brew on.
Let's do that.
I wouldn't believe it, but my battery just died. So let's reenact this again. So look, we're at Kauritatahi. Always a welcome sight.
Oh, so good to be here, Dave. I'd had enough.
This is actually really good. Got some views, got running water. We'll have to check and make sure that there's not a rat on the top. No rat floating on the top. Aluminium joinery. Right,
Oh, my gosh.
this is pretty good. No sign on the door though. Right. Kauritatahi. What a lovely little unit. She's well provisioned. Let's hope that rascals leave it here. Kauritatahi. So 1, 2, 3, possibly a fourth bunk there. Goodness. I hope it hasn't got pee in it. Canadian Club. Smells like whiskey. It tastes like whiskey. Jeez, Graham, I think we're going to have a good night. Been walking for 7 hours 15. That includes breaks, because we're only breaking for photography, videoing and filming. Nothing to do with breaking for being staffed. And from the start of the track, it's taken us 13 kilometres to get to here, so not a bad day.
Good day.
Yeah.
Weather's been good, and quite a good scenery in places, eh? Been quite nice.
Yeah. So we'll just get a brew, we'll have some tea and settle in for the night. How good is that?
I think we can drink to that.
Yeah. How good is this, eh? I mean, what else would you be doing? Maybe sitting in front of your laptop, putting another video together after 30 hours of work. So look, I'm not too sure where we're going to finish this, but chances are it'll be as we lose light, I'll stop it here. So that's our day one. We've decided obviously not to do the DC3 crash, but I think we're likely to do that tomorrow morning, so keep watching part 2. Look, I'm on something like 890 subscribers, but I'm really looking for the team of 1,000 to get me to that magic number so that I can be a little bit more of an influencer with outdoor adventures. So I know 70% of you that watch are not subscribed. I would certainly appreciate if you hit up that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, And you will be sure to catch Outdoorsman Dave and maybe
Yeah.
Graham on another adventure real soon.
Get out there and support him.
Thank you. Do thank you, and Shirley, for this lantern, mate. I can assure you it's going to be put to better use than sitting around.
Well, it's been sitting there gathering dust for years. And you obviously appreciated it.
Must do, in order to have lugged it all the way up here.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
Hey,
Yeah, I have tested it out. I wasn't going to lug it up here without first testing it.
isn't that cool?
There you go.
Look at that.
How awesome is that?
It's just got a little wick in it, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty basic, eh?
And you just sort of get it at the height where you haven't got too much black smoke coming out. Well, the other brands are the same, but they're just not as tasty.
Taste.
And this has 800 calorie intake. How much has yours got? So this is, I think, the most you can get. And I've got to leave it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Grass-fed lamb, mint and rosemary. Oh, that is so good. Such a good meal. But seriously, how's the serenity? Just smell that serenity.
That was the kerosene in the lamp, but it's serenity.